Chris John for KojiPop.com, where today we are playing Gunscape on the PS4. This is also basically out on everything, I believe, from today. PC, Mac, your Linux, your Wii U, your Xbox Ones, everything. And it's a first-person shooter with a sort of, I guess, a Little Big Planet style create, play, share kind of deal here. You get dumped out to this kind of confusing or overwhelming menu at first, which is giving you the new maps or the editor picks that have just been made. There's a little single player campaign, and then you can join servers to build new maps or play. There's really only one person playing right now, and they're playing on their own. They're probably, they're playing the single player campaign, so we won't bother them. So really a little bit quiet just after launch over here. This is launch day for this game, so it's a little bit silent on the PS4 front right now. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's go in here. We're going to start a game, and when you start up a game, you can either choose just a deathmatch, team deathmatch, not much in the way of modes, or the co-op mode, which is drop-in, drop-out co-op, so that's actually something that we can do solo. And there you go, and then it's going to gen up a list of games that people have created, and you can see all the way right now a lot of what's around here. We got like a Wolfenstein focus map. You saw it earlier on. There was definitely an Unreal Tournament inspired, shall we say, map, and that's really the kind of idea here. This was a crowdfunded, kickstarted game, and really this was sort of sold on the thing of they're going to sell you texture packs down the road. So it's like, well, people, if you want to make a Turok game, you can make a Turok game. If you want to make a Wolfenstein game, you want to make a Wolfenstein game, you can do that as well. You can do anything you want. So let's, what should we have? 84%. Can we sift by, we can't sort by, oh yes you can. Sort by updated votes. Oh, it is sorted by votes. It's sorted downwards by votes. That's no use at all. It's awful. Let's do it all the way down the bottom. No, this isn't sorted by anything. My goodness, not a great sort of way of curating this content. Let's see if we can find something with a kind of high rating. 78, 72, there was like an 80 before. Let's see here, 75. If I don't see it, there's a 76. Quake 1, level 1. Someone's, of course, what do? You make 1-1, always 1-1. Let's just go offline here and just play by ourselves. You can also add split screen players as well, so that's handy. Yeah, of course, I haven't seen a Mario 1-1 created in this yet. I assume that's on its way. Someone has created a Quake 1-1 and a Wolfenstein 1-1. So what is kind of interesting is that you're not just creating deathmatch maps, but you're creating single-player maps and dumping the AI in there. And you can also create a series of maps strung together as a campaign, which is kind of a neat idea. It does seem that, there's lots of potential for, creating something that looks fairly distinctly Quakish, or fairly, reasonably distinct levels looks-wise. And so it seems like it's a fairly powerful tool creation-wise. The issue that I've had with it so far is that the game itself, not that great. So I guess we'll see when we create our own map later on. But you see these guys, the AI in this game is incredibly stupid, and in fact, like, if you play the single-player game that's automatically there for you, it will say, hey, the AI's dumb, take advantage of that. So already that's an issue if you're playing alone. It's probably suggesting that it's better to play these games, to play this game strictly as a multiplayer game. But I'm kind of a single player guy, so I kind of want to play some more of these this type of thing. But it is, I guess, in terms of play as well. I played a couple of online matches this morning where there were a few more players around. There's nobody to play with right now, so I really can't hop in and show you that stuff. Whatever's been kind of created, it's still very much, they kind of all play the same, like in that sort of Unreal Tournament, Quake style mode, jump pads, that kind of thing, reasonably high pace. Yeah, that kind of lends itself more to single player, to multiplayer stuff, I think. Like the single player things, not so great, you know. Part of the issue is the dumb AI, part of the issue is its weird approach. There's this weird approach to use left hallway doors. Weird AI, weird draw distance issues, weird frame rate issues, but also the fact that it does weird things with checkpointing, so I just died there. It's going to respawn me, but it's not going to respawn any of the enemies. And so, like, that's this real thing of, I was playing through the single player campaign earlier on in this fairly tough level, but it didn't really matter because I was running out of ammo and just dying, going back to the checkpoint, punching the next person in the face until they died. You know, it's just like this endurance thing because the enemies don't respawn when you do. That's kind of strange. And yeah, I guess we've got different texture packs and more stuff coming to make it look a little bit distinct, but whatever happens, it's gonna be kinda all a little bit Minecrafty, just because, I mean, everything's created from voxels and big chunky voxels at that, and whatever you make isn't gonna look great. All of these enemies, they're sort of copy and pasted from the single player campaign. I really need to have a look at let's look at the creation in a moment and see, you know, what sort of tool sets you have. So I guess we can go down here. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna get full damage. Whoops. It's kind of I don't know, you know, if you look at something like Little Big Planet, where it really was, the creation, what people could create far outstripped, the power of the tools far outstripped, like, what the single player campaign could do, and it sort of carried the fact that mechanically the game wasn't that great. But I think now we've got something like Mario Maker, where the game itself is fantastic, because it's Mario. And great checkpointing here, thanks. Oh, that guy respawned. Now they've respawned. I guess they respawn at checkpoints? Wow, that's really weird. But I don't know. It's just really inconsistent, it seems, because they weren't respawning earlier on. Hello, there's a computer up here. I didn't do anything. Yeah, it's... You look at Mario Maker, and as a create, play, share kind of platform, it's like the game itself is so good because it's Mario, and then people are creating stuff with this tool set with an amazing game. And so, like, the create, play, share kind of thing of user-generated content, you know, I think, like, the walls have shifted somewhat to the point that now it's like, you know, I get the feeling playing this so far, it's been, well, hey, you can create what you want, that's amazing, isn't it? But the game, the framework that you're creating in is a bit rubbish. Let's get more ammo over here. And this is a little bit rubbish. So we got jump pads, no? Okay, that's not going to do as much good. It's just... in doubt, kind of circle strafe, yes. And I died. and now it's gonna make me go all the way back to the start, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, let's quit that map. That wasn't that good. What I like as well is that once this dumps us back out to the menu, it is instantly like, hey, can you pass a review? I wasn't a big fan of that, so I give it a dislike there. But yeah, we're in a little bit of a tough spot, as I said, because like these guys aren't really playing, and that's all locked off, and like so there's not many people. I don't really want to bug people while I'm talking over their game, but it's going to be very limited by the community here, and it doesn't seem so far. This is only day one, so I don't know. The game's literally just come out, so maybe things will expand a little bit, but. Shall we, let's have a quick look at the single player campaign that is actually here for us. Oh, fine there. And there we go. So the Get Psych stuff, obviously inspired by another famous FPS there. You know, it's in a tough kind of spot that I think, like, they wanted to create something that was easily built, so that's why everything's in this block-like, you know, everything's made out of these block-like tiles. And there is an extent where it does look kind of cool. I like the skybox here just being very sort of shonky pixels. It's actually, some bits of it have a kind of visual charm to it. And that's, I get that is made with accessibility in mind, you know, and they want to make it easy to build stuff, and that is kind of a tough thing. Oh, hello, we've gone a little bit too rock here. Okay, I bet if I fall down there, I die. But at the same time, well, I don't know, but you know, you could make things with a certain amount of charm. And that would be fine, but it's like you know, it's stuff like the weapons here. I don't even know if I'm shooting even. Okay, so you have to hold back and release. I wasn't shooting. But the thing that you know, all the weapons don't have, you know, none of the weapons really feel satisfying to fire. They all have like a pretty dismal sort of effect to them. If you're creating single player stuff, you know, it's kind of affected by this pretty poor enemy AI, and the structure of the fact that, you know, it's like, oh, here I am, and what I killed is still dead, and like there's weird rules going on there where sometimes things respawn, sometimes things don't. It's not. What have I done? Ooh. Oh, I fell down. Let's just jump down here. Let's see what's down here. You know, it's difficult to say, well, hey, you can create anything within like this rule set, within this game. And then, well, okay, great. But the game itself is not that great, you know? See, what have I got here? A trident of some sort. How am I going to get back up to where I was? I really shouldn't have fallen down. Here's another thing, the campaign that's created, the game heavily recommends that you play. When you first load up the game, like we definitely recommend that you play like this single player game, because it kind of shows you what can be done with the level suite, and it's like, okay, all of these maps have an impressive amount of verticality to them, and that's kind of cool, I guess. Now all of these maps are just like bad single player campaign maps. So, you know, it's doing stuff like forcing you to do a bunch of jump puzzles, which is not good. Like Mirror's Edge, this ain't. And that's an issue. And then when you shoot your gun, it's just kind of a little bit rubbish. I don't know what I have to do here. I don't know where I'm going. You can't pull up a map as well. You know, it's very much, I think they went into creating the single player campaign with stuff like quote-unquote classic FPS design in mind, which means very much inspired by Doom or Wolfenstein 3D, or Duke Nukem 3D. I get a real Duke Nukem vibe from these maps, and I'm gonna put it out there. Duke Nukem, I hate to be controversial, I don't think Duke Nukem's very good. I'm not talking about forever here, I'm talking about, well, quote-unquote OG Duke Nukem 3D. Not a good game in my book. And this reminds me a little bit too heavily of that. I have no clue where I'm supposed to be going here. Let's go, oh, there you go, jump pad. Okay, so let's propel me back up here. Lovely. Okay, well now I'm at least sort of equipped weapon-wise. So let's keep heading this way. And don't fall off the bridge this time. Yay! There's nothing particularly satisfying. I'm gonna punch this dinosaur in the face. Nah, it just sort of falls down. Health. Take that, eat that, you bastard. Oh dear. Oh well, at least I respawned here. It's very, like, questionable where you actually respawn as well. And now none of them are looking. Look at this. Okay. Perhaps wasn't the best, the best strategy. Punching a dinosaur in the back of the head. Yeah, want some health. There is kind of a portal-like framing device to the story. I've got a chicken. I don't even. Okay. I've still got my bow. I've got that. Here we go. Let's just... There we go. Did I get it? Did I get it? Didn't get it. Get it? Nope. Never mind. Charge through here. They can't fit through there. Big fat dinosaurs. Oh no, but they totally can. Don't ask me how they totally can, but they totally can. You. Yeah, what was I going to say? There's this kind of like framing portal, very portal heavy, portal-like framing device for the story here, which is all about you're helping this AI or something that just took over this facility, and now it's gone a little bit sinister, and you're not following the sort of script that it set out for you, so. It's kind of punished you by sending you out into the wilderness here, which has led to this bizarre Turok stage. I wonder almost with the Turok kind of dinosaur-like designs and then like the chicken, whether that was a South Park the game reference. You could definitely make far better references than to South Park the video game. Nope. Grenades, stuff. Oh, we got lots of weapons at least. Oh, look at that though. It should be a mighty rocket launcher, and it's just a little bit of a wet fart of a weapon. And there's nothing in these catacombs. And yeah, I really don't like the level layout here. And it's like, well, hey, create a new level yourself. Like, yeah, that's cool, but it's like the. As an example, this should be blowing me away with the possibility of what you can create. It's like, well, I can create a bad mid-90s first-person shooter. You know, sometimes not everything that's old is good, kids. And the weird thing is, that's doing less damage than like my bow and arrow was doing. And this clearly isn't the way anyway. There you go. Let me get that health. Alright, let's puzzle through where I'm actually supposed to be. Nope, this way? Nope, can't go through that door. Okay. Nope, a switch. There we go. Now I can probably go through that door. That's basically this campaign, is hunt through level, find a switch, push the switch. Now you can go through the door, which leads you kind of toward the exit. In theory. No, it makes all the sense in the world. World building. Hashtag world building. Yep. Everybody kind of always disses Euro platformer, right? That's always like the, amongst a certain sort of snarky video game commentary thing. It's like the worst thing in the world is to be a European platformer. Because it was always just about run around this space, collect a bunch of assets, right? But I don't think anybody really complains about the fact that that's what the first-person shooter genre was just, it was a Euro platformer in 3D so much of the time, without anything memorable in their level design. Just run through the space, find a MacGuffin for the level, to go through the door, get to the end. I'm seriously, I'm running around at random here. This is really appalling. This is really bad. Oh man. No, checkpoint. At least checkpoint. Must be doing something right. There you go. Eat that, dinosaurs. How? Just shot a rocket in your face, but I punch it and it's the same amount of damage. Look at that. That's a satisfying gun. Look at the muzzle flash there. Whoa. Should I go down the thing? I should get all that health. But how do I get back up? Furious. There you go. Okay, let's keep going. Punching works. It never ends, it never ends, these catacombs, they never end. I'm here, but there's no, I need to activate a switch, I guess. So I can't go through these doors after all, so I have to go back through, find a switch that I missed. I'm kind of losing a will to live by playing this level. This level is terrible. It's all yeah, that's all one linear path, right? So, no, okay. Does that look like switch to you? I suppose it does. If you told me, hey, this is a switch, then I would go, oh yeah, I suppose it is. I thought walking past it that it was just a stick on the ground. Open air at least. And there we go. Okay, there, we made it to the exit. Hooray! Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the levels that are packaged in. So hopefully the community is going to be good enough that you get decent. You know, I would like to see not only sort of recreated. Here you go. Here, what's that? It's always a challenge to see like what are we inspired by this time. Oh, there's a big dinosaur. Let's exit. You know, I would really like to see. It would be really cool if there was. I really didn't like that level. It would be really nice to see if there were kind of a community that was built up that, you know, could make decent single player content for this game. But then again, it's like mechanically it's not great, so that's going to be really difficult. It's like you know, the old thing of the shoot 'em up construction kit, where you had so many Amiga PD games that were created with a shoot 'em up construction kit, and they were all terrible because, you know, the core game, the core mechanic that you were reskinning, so to speak, was all really bad. Let's create a new map, I guess. Let's see what's the deal here. Let's see how this works. We're not going to be... So the high ping there is because it's connecting to US servers. I'm in Japan, so that's not going to really work out too well. There aren't any Japanese servers for this game because this game's only out in America and Europe. But so let's just have a look and see what the tools are like, because again the big challenge here is that, you know, obviously these kind of modding tools are going to be much better on PC, or much easier to use on PC anyway. Welcome to the map editor. You can use over 100 different elements. Choose from standard blocks, 3D props, special elements, weapons, and enemies. Mix elements, all the various themes to create something truly unique. Okay. So we got block. Wow. Place block. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Team spawn. Co-op spawn. Okay. All right. So carpet. Spawn points, I guess, carpet. There we go. Okay, so it's just, there we go. Okay, and stuff. There you go. And reasonably straightforward, it seems. So I can create a block there, and then there, and then we can sort of add verticality to things. I don't know what that does. I just hit L2 just to delete a block. Okay, and then on the D-pad I can scroll around the corners. So not, yeah, I suppose it could be more elegant with the PC and mouse, but nope, you don't want that there. Okay, what's that? I don't know. Okay, so if we go in here, okay, so that's much better. So you've got sort of seasonal stuff there. I imagine that lots and lots of this kind of stuff is coming soon enough. So you're setting music stuff, an exit, there you go, enemies, that kind of thing. And, you know, all sorts of blocks that have certain hints and certain tunes. So Beerenstein, of course, Wolfenstein-like stuff, Portal-like stuff. I guess TF2-like stuff. We've got Minecraft-like stuff. So quite, you know, you see, Tremor for Quake. So you can see how, like, it's very much, hey, here are all these texture packs, very much like inspired by certain games that you can use. But let's just put a generic exit there. So I just choose a thing, put an exit there. Select this button and press the triangle button to change its attributes. Start enabled. Yes. Okay. close. Okay, and just put an exit there, and then let's just put one enemy down. And make the easiest single player campaign in the world. Am I in there? There we go. And then we can do, whoops, I don't want to do that. There we go, put my carpet down. There we go. Then let's see, we want to have a gun. Flamethrower, there we go. And then what should we have? Some sort of enemy here. Ah, Bath Escape, I see. So this is Bioshock stuff. So I can have your, what are your things, your big daddies there. So we'll put one of you there. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So let's see, map title. Land. GoToPub.com. Okay. Recommended game type. Okay, whatever. So campaign configuration, what's that? So okay, so you can actually create a little story dialogues box there as well if you want. That's kind of cool. And then we can choose from different skyboxes, Starfield, whatever. Okay, I can take a screenshot if I like. It wasn't a good idea because it's now going to take it forever to load. It really is. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Ah, I've fallen, I can't get out. Let's see him up here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Apply a screenshot. There we go. Okay. So I can fly wherever I want. Oh, I'm flying in space. So, okay, so the AI just becomes randomly active even though I'm not doing anything here right now. Okay, so let's finish testing there. I'm not a big fan of the load times here. You can kind of understand them, but still. Okay. So. Let's see here, starting weapon, default fists. Yep. Let's test the map. Here we go. Campaign. Yes. Begin test. Let's see if my level design pays off here. Here's the thing, I mean, like, you can give like the easiest and most flexible tools in the world. I'm still going to be incredibly talentless and not create anything good. Yay! Did it! Hooray! My level, it works. It is actually quite easy to make stuff, and that's cool. And as you saw earlier on, you can just sort of start up a server and have people join you and collaborate on stuff, which is really, really a nice idea. So there you go. So that was my map. I already saved, but never mind. And I got a nice trophy for doing that. So now what? Does that automatically publish, I guess? New maps. Am I on the newest maps? Oh, it's not. I don't know. It didn't work. Build. not my builds. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that there wasn't like a publish option there. So I guess start builds. My maps. Publish map. I can't publish a map. There we go. So now I can choose that. Yep. Wait. And then let's publish the worst first-person shooter map in the world, but I appreciate my 17.64706% rating. Brilliant. So there you go. You can go and find that Kaiju Land on Gunscape. So yeah, nice sort of easy to use tools, which is cool. I can imagine people really getting into the creation. Just not great core gameplay. That's, you know, that's kind of my concern here, is like the actual, you know, what you're actually playing with isn't a particularly great FPS. So it's nice to have the tool set. It's just not amazing to, you know, have kind of weak weapons and bad AI in, you know, as a shooter thing. And then running around playing it competitively, the campaign would need to be, or the community would need to be there. I got killed off there quite quickly, and you know, that's the slight concern. There were a few people playing earlier on today. It just seems kind of dead at the moment, but there you go. I guess hopefully that will get there, but then it's kind of hard to say, because again, like, the mechanics aren't really there to carry that, so it's a little bit rough. Yeah, so that's Gunscape anyway. ChrisCharles.com. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.